Hey, Jasmine. I just got off work.
What do you mean?
I worked half of Sunday, right? I guess this is my compensatory day off.
Oh, I see. Well then, can I ask you to do some shopping?
What? Why should I go shopping on my compensatory day off?
Why are you talking like that? I'm just asking you to do some shopping.
I'm going to my parents' house now.
What's wrong all of a sudden?
Well, I haven't seen my mother for a while, so I thought I'd check in on her.
Oh, I see. Unexpected random kindness, is it?
What do you mean, unexpected? I care about my mother, you know. I send her a Mother's Day present every year. I send her a bouquet of flowers on her birthday every year. When I get a bonus, I treat her a delicious meal. I treat my mother well.
You know, I'm the one doing all that.
Shut up. What you're doing is the same thing I'm doing.
Whatever. If you're going to your parents' house, you should bring some of her favorite snacks. She likes new snacks, you know. I think she'll be happy if you bring something new, don't you?
Oh, yes. That's right. I'll look for it at the department store near the station. Isn't it a pity that you work so hard for my mother? Even though she hates you so much, you always remember to take care of her. In a way, I admire that.
What? Your mother hates me? I don't think so.
What? Didn't you know that she hates you? You're easygoing, aren't you?
She and I both have cool personality, so we're easy to get along with. I've never felt like she hated me.
Well, you're lucky if you feel that way. It must be a shock to you to think that she hates you. Well, I'll tell her that I bought her a pastry box because of your thoughtfulness. So, I'm going to stay over there today.
Okay. Hey, Henry, did you get to your parents' house already? I just called to see how you were doing. How's your mother?
Oh, I arrived safe and sound. She's been a bit of a mess with all the traveling, but she's doing fine as usual.
Sounds good.
You don't really care, do you?
What?
Mom and I are shopping at the mall right now. I'm kind of busy, so I'll call you later. Don't call me every time for something stupid. Mom's mad at you too.
Why?
She wants me to divorce you because you're so inconsiderate.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Nobody wants to be disturbed at a family reunion, you know?
She's not the kind of person to get upset over something like that. I know she's always cool, and she's not the kind of person who enjoys a company like that.
What? You don't know my mother well enough to know what she's like. She's not cool when she's with me. Everyone has two sides.
She doesn't seem like that kind of person to me. She's always so dignified. I think she's just treating you as one ordinary son. I like that about her.
What is it with you? Are you saying I'm lying? She's my mother, so I know her better than anyone else. You still have a doubt? Then I'll let you talk to her.
What?
Hi, Jasmine. I haven't seen you for a while. How are you?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I am now talking to Zoe, right? It's hard to tell over WhatsApp text.
Yes, that's correct. I'm not good with all the gadgets, so I don't even use a smartphone, and I don't have WhatsApp.
I see, I understand.
You can't believe your own husband? I was looking at this text. I don't know if it's right for a married couple to doubt what their husbands say.
Oh.
And just when we were enjoying our mother and son reunion? What is it with you for interrupting it like this? You're an adult now. I expect you to be considerate. If you can't care about Henry, I'll have to ask you to consider divorce.
What?
I'll let you talk to Henry now.
Fine, I get it.
So, Don't contact me anymore because she's angry too.
Is it Henry again?
Yeah, that's right.
So it's not Zoe anymore, right?
That's right. You're such a pain.
Is she a magician or is she a psychic?
Huh? What a stupid thing to say. I'm going to end this text because my mom's mad at me for taking so much time on WhatsApp.
I'm with Zoe right now.
What?
Who is this woman I'm with? Is she her twin? A clone? Or is she using magic to go back and forth instantly?
Are you kidding me? Come on, Mom's already pissed off.
Mom? Who the heck is there?
Huh? What do you mean? I'm shopping with her right now. You're trying to trick me, aren't you? What do you think you're doing?
I can't believe I was a twin. I'm surprised myself. I'd like to meet her.
Is it you, Mom?
Yes, it is. How many more of me are out there in this world? And you said I don't have a phone and I don't have WhatsApp?
Well, yes.
I do have a smartphone and I use WhatsApp too. I'll text you from my account to prove it. Just wait a minute.
Is this Henry?
It's your mother. Can you see the message?
Huh? What is all this?
It means I can text you. By the way, Jasmine and I have exchanged contact information. We don't talk often, but sometimes we text, just to give her an update on what's going on.
Are you really my mother?
Yes, I am. I'm with Jasmine right now. We were just talking about going to a nice restaurant for dinner tonight. I'm so glad she saved me.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? I don't understand.
I came here to see my friend from high school, Mary. You remember her, right?
Oh, she lives there now?
Yes, she does. It takes 2 hours by bus to get here, so it's hard for me to see her. But since it's a 2-hour bus ride, we decided to take the plunge and meet up.
I see.
It was really fun seeing her for the first time in a few years. After we parted on good terms, I was heading to the bus stop to go home. The light at the intersection on the main street was about to turn red, so I ran. I hadn't ran in a long while, and my legs got tangled up. I fell down in the middle of the intersection.
What?
I was so embarrassed that I got up right away. When I finished crossing the crosswalk, my legs were tingling, my stockings were ripped, and my knees were bleeding and my skirt was torn. It was like from heaven to hell. I was a wreck all of a sudden.
Seriously?
On top of that, my heel broke, and I had to limp around on my feet. It's embarrassing to walk to the bus stop in such a mess. My feet were aching. Even if I could get on the bus, you can imagine the misery I'd be in, can't you? So I had no choice but to call Jasmine, and she came right away.
I see.
I told her what happened. It was about 2 hours after you texted her to let her know that you were coming to my home.
I see. So that's what happened.
But you never said anything about coming to my home, did you? I just checked the chat history, and it looks like you didn't even contact me 2 hours ago either.
Right.
But maybe it's my age, or maybe I'm just forgetful these days. I thought maybe I just don't remember. I asked Jack, who lives across the street, to take a look at my house, but he said there was no sign of you coming home. He checked on the house several times.
I see. I should have said hello to Jack. You were out of town, so I was just chilling at a nearby cafe.
What? You told Jasmine you were shopping with me at the shopping mall. I know exactly what you told her.
I know...
Henry, stop lying. What do you mean you were going back to my home and stay overnight? And you talk like I don't think well of Jasmine. What are you doing and where are you?
I just wanted to come visit you. What's wrong with the son going to see his mother? Isn't it natural?
Yes, it is. I would be glad if you really think so and act like it.
But your explanation to Jasmine and your actions don't make sense, do they?
It's not right, no matter how you look at it.
It's for a variety of reasons.
Can you tell me what they are?
No, I don't think you would understand.
I'm your mother. I think I can understand.
No, I mean...
Jasmine is saying something.
What?
She said she's got some important information.
What important information?
Hi, Henry. Can I talk to you for a minute?
What is it?
You're cheating on me, aren't you?
Huh? What are you saying all of a sudden? It's true that my explanation may not match my actions, but I don't think you should assume that I'm cheating on you.
That's what I thought too, so I looked into it as soon as possible.
What?
You have been staying in a hotel lately because of work, right? That's why I thought you might be staying out overnight for work, so I called your company.
Huh? Why are you acting so selfish?
The person who responded to my inquiry was willing to look into it. He told me that employee schedules are centrally managed so that all employees can check them. Your company's employee management is wonderful, isn't it?
Yes, but...
You definitely took a Sunday off.
Of course I did. There's no way I would lie.
But that wasn't all.
Huh?
You were supposed to spend 2 nights with me at a company retreat, 2 hours away by car.
There must be some kind of mistake.
No, sir. I even checked with the manager of the recreation center. He said that there is indeed an employee and his wife staying there under your name. But I'm with your mother now, right? And I'm not even driving there. What does this mean?
Well, it means...
I'm going to have dinner with your mother. I can't afford to go to the recreation center to stay the night, can I? What does this mean? I have no idea, so will you please explain it to me?
I don't know anything. Maybe the scheduling system is having a temporary glitch.
That can't be it. They checked for other employees just to be sure. Nobody else had a wrong schedule.
How am I supposed to know that? Don't do something on your own and then ask me to explain it to you. Bye. Hey, Jasmine. There's a department head from the company at the recreation center. What's going on?
I don't know. How would I know about the head of your department?
I just ran into him when I finished eating breakfast.
So?
It was you, wasn't it? What are you going to do about it?
It wasn't me, but the person who handled my inquiry the other day was someone named Kevin. Maybe he has something to do with it.
It's Director Kevin. The person you spoke to on the phone was the department manager.
Oh, so that's why. When I called, I was told that there's a rumor going around that you and the woman at the reception are getting along well, and that I should be careful.
What? Kevin told you that?
Maybe he thought your vacation this time was suspicious and went to the recreation center.
That's a lie, right?
According to Kevin, the other woman is hot and only 24 years old, right?
He even knows that much?
It sounds like it. Maybe he went there to get the proof of it.
What for?
I don't know. I think the company has its own rules, don't you think? You might want to check the articles of incorporation to lessen the shock.
You... Hey, Jasmine, how are you doing?
Of course I'm fine.
Actually, I called you to ask a favor.
What?
Would you reduce my alimony? It seems that the articles of incorporation states that There's a prohibition against adultery in the company, and so I had to resign for violating the rules.
Oh, I knew it. That's what happens when you make a move on a young girl like that.
I wouldn't mind getting back together with you. I'd rather be back than live like this with no money.
What do you mean you'd rather be back with me? Don't be silly.
What? I'd really like to avoid paying alimony.
That's impossible. You were crazy about the receptionist, weren't you? That's why you even lied to me and tried to meet her, right? You thought if you caused problems with my relationship with your mother, it would get us divorced, and therefore you could avoid paying alimony, right?
What?
I know this is very unfortunate, but your mother and I were on good terms, and we even exchanged WhatsApp.
That's the thing. Why didn't you tell me that you and Mom were exchanging WhatsApp?
It's not that I didn't tell you. We exchanged it in front of you at a dinner party before we got married.
What? Was it?
You don't remember anything about our marriage? It's all in the past for you.
No, that's not it.
I'm cool and so is your mother. So basically, it's a hassle to get in touch with each other on WhatsApp. So we don't communicate often, but we'd at least give each other updates on what's going on. I know it's late to say this, but...
Oh no, you really won't consider a reduction in alimony?
It's obvious, isn't it? Listen to yourself. Just sign the divorce papers and pay the alimony, okay?
Wait a minute. Jasmine. Jasmine? Will you pick up the phone, please?
Hey, why are you calling so early in the morning? You're insane. I have to leave for work in a minute.
Please. I know it's my fault, and I know the divorce is inevitable, but just reconsider reducing the alimony. I'm really broke.
I don't care if you're broke.
I paid a lot of money to that woman. That's why I lost my savings and everything. Please, have some mercy and please reduce the alimony.
Stop pestering. I would never do that.
Jasmine, answer the phone, please.
You're really bothering me every single morning.
I don't even have a place to live. I went back to my parents' house yesterday, and my mom refused to let me in.
I'm sure she did. I wouldn't blame her.
What?
Your mother told me. She told me that your parents divorced because your father cheated on her. She said you did the same thing as your father.
Is that so? I said to her that she would feel safer if I stayed with her instead of living alone. So that's why she yelled at me so hard.
Your mother said that a man who commits adultery is unforgivable. She said you are like your father, only in a weird way, and that you are really pathetic. So she said she'd turn you away if you came to her house.
She even told me that she was going to break off our relationship. She told me never to contact her again. She said I should take responsibility for my own actions because I brought this to myself.
Well, I think that's the right opinion in general. I don't think she did anything wrong.
Don't talk to me like I'm a stranger.
But I'm already a stranger to you. It's none of my business what happens to you.
How am I supposed to live from now on if I don't have money?
I guess the first thing you have to do is find a new job.
I'm asking for help because I can't get a job right away. I don't even have enough money to eat tomorrow.
Then why don't you look for a job which comes with a dormitory?
Huh?
You could start there and then upgrade when you have enough money.
Hey, don't make it sound like it's someone else's problem. I have pride too, you know?
Don't talk to me about pride. You have no money, right? You don't have a place to live, right? Then why don't you just start from where you are? Please don't depend on me or your mother. We have nothing to do with you anymore.
Oh no.
It's you, not anyone else, who brought this to yourself, okay? You'd better reflect on it and think things over while you live your life. Well then, take care of your alimony payment.
Wait a minute. I said I have no money. How do you expect me to pay alimony? Jasmine!
I don't care. After that, I submitted the divorce papers to the city office, and the divorce was officially granted. Henry and the cheating partner paid me alimony, and I was free. He had been complaining so much that he wanted a reduction in alimony. But when I threatened to go to court if he didn't pay, he agreed to pay it in one lump sum. He must have had savings. He lied to me until the very end. Zoe became even angrier and declared that she would not give him any of her inheritance. When Henry was informed of this, he got down on his knees with tears in his eyes. He went down to the bottom, and the woman with whom he had an affair dumped him easily. Well, that's not very attractive, is it? Zoe and I continue to text as good acquaintances now. We are planning to have dinner soon for the first time since the divorce.
Olivia, you're staying home and being lazy, aren't you? I know you're pretending to be busy. I know you're not busy, so reply to me now. Don't assume that, Linda. How many times have I told you? I'm not being lazy. I work from home every day. There you go, just making excuses. I told you I'm tired of hearing that lie. I'm watching you. Whenever I go to your house, you're always relaxing on the couch, drinking tea and not working. I wonder if you can call that work. No, not like that. You just come over here at the same hour every time. I have the same routine every day. I'm taking a short break when you come. You just come during my break, so why don't you come at a different hour? How dare you talk to me like that? It's so rude of you. I'm busy, but I'm visiting you. Normally, you, the wife, should come to my house every day. Oh, I see. Every day? Do we have something to talk about every day? I'm busy too. Wow, is that how you speak to your mother-in-law? Don't tell me like you don't care. You are not a good wife. That's why you got divorced. What? Divorce? What are you talking about? Are you talking about us? Haha, don't ask stupid questions. Who else is there? He said it was terrible to have a wife who can't support him. I really feel sorry for my son. Ed calls me every day to complain about you. You didn't know that? I can't believe you're stressing out your husband. What do you do every day? You're such a bad wife that you can't even keep track of what your husband is doing. I don't need you to tell me what to do. I mean, I'm asking you what you mean by divorce. I haven't heard anything from him. Oh, really? Is that so? Well, maybe he doesn't want to hear your complaints, so he can't tell you anything. You're divorced. You guys are divorced. Are you surprised? Huh? What? What do you mean, are you surprised? You're kidding, right? You can't do that on your own, can you? You got divorced. It's like a stain in your life. Do you think I'm joking? I thought you must be panicked by getting divorced. So I was going to go see your face, but I'm worried that you might get desperate and hurt me, LOL. I thought I'd just check on you through text. You know, I'd love to hear what you think. I know I'm a stranger now, but well, I'd love to see where the no-good wife is down and out. Send me a picture. Huh? What are you saying? I'm not down and out. I mean, I don't understand this situation at all. Ed's staying at my place for a few days from today. You shall pack your stuff and leave today, okay? I'm not packing my things. The one who should be packing is Ed. What are you talking about? You're so brazen. You're not going to leave? If Ed lives there, shouldn't you be the one to leave? It's no use resisting. Linda, do you remember that this apartment is under my name since I bought it when I was single? Huh? Really? When you were single? Yes. So if it's true that we're divorced, then Ed is the one who's leaving, now that he's a stranger. Huh? Are you kidding me? He lied? He said he bought the apartment with his own money. I heard that it was under his name.
Haha, he wanted to show off. No, it's under my name. I mean, I don't understand why we are divorced. How do you know we are divorced? Hey, I mean, it's obvious because I did it. It's not like I knew or didn't know. I'm the one who made you guys divorced. What? For what? Why? That's not okay. So you wrote the divorce papers on your own? That's not acceptable. Hey, that would be a crime. Who do you think I am? I'm not that stupid. Then how could it be accepted? You guys wrote it right after you got married, right? Is it some kind of stupid promise that you wouldn't cheat on each other? You even signed your names so that if you cheated on each other, you could file for divorce right away. Ed gave your response to me. That's why it's your handwriting. Oh, you're right. I remember. So you're saying that you filed it? You know I didn't write that because I really wanted to divorce, right? I don't know anything about your feelings. It was your fault for signing the paper. I just filed it on your behalf. Ed's kind of wishy-washy, sensitive and kind, so he was probably too scared to tell you. I thought you guys had talked it over and decided, but you must have been a very scary wife. I thought you both asked me to file the papers. If you thought so, why didn't you check with me? Why would you do such an important thing so carelessly? Why would I? There's no need. Ed said it. Of course I believe him. Why would I doubt him? Doubt my own son and check it with his wife? No way. But getting divorced isn't that easy. And filing it without permission? That's too insane. Shut up! Why do I have to be blamed so much? Think about it. You should rather thank me. What would have happened if I hadn't told you about the divorce? You're all alone in your misunderstanding. You didn't even know that you were divorced. Would you have preferred that? That's true, but you still did it without my permission. Well, as a parent, I agreed to the divorce and I'm happy if Ed is happy. Listening to you, I felt sorry for him. Even if you stayed with him like this, you would still make him suffer, so let him go free. He would feel comfortable if you let him go. He doesn't want a wife like you. Why would I make him suffer? What do you mean by letting him go free? I'm not restraining him in any way. What is he saying about me? Was he really complaining about me? Until this morning, everything was the same. He was smiling, and we didn't have a fight. I couldn't think of any cause or reason for wanting him to get divorced. It's a serious matter that you are not aware of it. First of all, he said he cannot accept you for using his money. You say you work, but in reality, he says you don't work at all and he supports you. You don't clean the house or do the laundry, right? You would only go shopping. I heard that you don't even cook a decent meal. All you do is get delivery. What? You don't work, you don't do housework. When I tried to warn you about your lazy lifestyle, you'd get upset. He said he was exhausted both mentally and physically, and he was in tears because he wanted to at least eat homemade food. He cannot stay with you any longer. Huh? I understand you would be speechless, but this is the truth. That's why Ed wanted to divorce you. He's really sweet. He says he won't even ask for property division because he knows it will be hard for you to make a living. Isn't this a good deal for you two? Be grateful. What you just said? I have no idea. Did Ed really say all of that? What? Are you still lying? But at least it's true that you're unemployed, right? You're always at home, relaxing. I saw it with my own eyes too. Stop fooling around. How many times do I have to tell you that I was having a break? Well, I give up. Whatever. Whether it's a lie or the truth, as long as he says he wants to get divorced, we can't go back. Understood? Wouldn't it be better for you guys to get divorced and go separate ways? Either one of you has lost interest. It's over anyway. Stop holding on to him. I'm not holding on or whatever because this happened so suddenly. Very unrealistic. Oh, by the way, Ed said this too. He said he doesn't want a wife who can't respect her husband. I hear you're a lot aggressive than you look. You're not cute. I heard you were not only a toxic wife inside the house but also outside. You should understand his position. Huh? Did he really say that? Are you trying to say I'm lying? I don't have time to think about making up such details. I've been asking you for this kind of thing for a long time. Do you know how I felt? I was so worried about him. It was making my head hurt. As your mother-in-law, I have so many things I want to say to you too. I have been patient. None of your stories have ever been familiar to me. If you are not lying, then Ed... Shut up! It's not convenient for you, so you're blaming someone else? Are you trying to say that Ed is lying? Then let me ask you, why should he lie this much? If you guys love each other, there's no need to complain, right? I don't understand. And if I did, I wouldn't be struggling. Right? You lived selfishly as much as you wanted without realizing it, and you made him suffer. That's the fact. He doesn't have time for all these lies, so stop complaining and get your stuff together. Linda, don't forget, this apartment is mine, so I'll send his stuff there for now. There's not much though. Wait! I'll check about it with him again. Don't touch any of his stuff. Even if you say everything is not true, there's a possibility that you're lying. I don't trust anything that a toxic wife says. Do what you want. I'm tired. I'm sure when you were single, you were working too. Did you really get paid enough to buy that apartment? That place can't be cheap. I can't even believe that. There's no way you could afford it. I guess you're the one who's lying, aren't you? Are you trying to take advantage of his kindness? That's enough. If you don't trust me, go to court or whatever. I have nothing to hide. I'll never leave this place, so I'll send this stuff over there because I don't want to wait for you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Wait! Hey! Aren't you being too pushy? Finally, the true nature of the devil has come out? We should make it clear which is the truth. Don't send me his stuff without permission. Hey! Are you listening to me? Olivia? How are you? Are you busy? Do you remember me? I'm Ed's mother. I was worried about you. I wondered how you were doing. It's been a while. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Can I help you? I'm sorry to rush in when you're busy. Listen, I wanted to ask you something. Yes? I heard about you. Is it true that you started running a business? Huh? You're asking me that now? Yes. So? What about it? You weren't interested in me, were you? I was just wondering how your business is going. What is it suddenly? You didn't believe me at all. Think about it. People don't ask about that to strangers so easily. What are you trying to do? Are you up to something again? Don't be that harsh. I'm not planning anything. I'm sorry for asking such a strange question. Actually, Ed came to live with me after the divorce, but he's been acting strange. He's more stingy with money than ever. You mean he doesn't pay much? Well, yes, in a bad way. He used to take me out to a fancy restaurant once a week or buy me expensive luxury brand gifts. Oh, that's what he has been doing. So? Yeah, he's surprisingly conscientious, isn't he? I thought he was a good son, but as soon as he moved in with me, he stopped giving me money to live on. And of course, no more dinner surprise. So I asked him about it, and he said he didn't have any money. But you guys didn't divide the property, right? How can he not have any money? Right. There's no child support either. All of his income belongs to Ed. So I thought it was strange, so I questioned him. And then he reluctantly said I was able to spend freely because I was using Olivia's credit card. Oh, so that's what happened. He told you from his mouth. He spit it out sooner than I thought. Yes, that's the truth. He was spending a lot of money on my credit card. I warned him, but he wouldn't stop, so I almost gave up. What do you mean? I don't understand. You don't work. You were always at home, and you were living on Ed's earnings, right? You're persistent. I denied it over and over again. I told you before, I work from home. I also run a company, but I keep myself busy by doing other things too. Lies! Then how much is your annual income? Ed makes about $4,000, right? I make about 30 times that. What? Well, if his wife earns that much, he must want to spend a lot, but he can't do that anymore. I know it's hard to lower the standard of living, but it has nothing to do with me. Good luck. It's none of my business anymore. Wait a minute! Why didn't you tell me first?
What are you talking about? Does it have anything to do with money? I don't like to show off. If you had explained in detail from the beginning, I would have understood. I misunderstood that you don't work. Oh, really? I've told you many times that I work in my own way though, haven't I? I'm sorry about that, but it doesn't matter now, does it? That's all right. It's easy. Get back together. Get back together? Get back together with Ed. Just do it. I mean, you want it to happen, right? You've only been married for a year. You guys can get married again and everything will be like it used to be. I can help you with that. What? Wow. Getting back together. That won't happen. I finally got my life back and enjoying it. And I don't want things to go back to the way they were. Why not? You guys loved each other once, right? It'll all be back to normal soon. I'm horrified just to hear you say that. It's a nightmare. I have no intention of getting back together with a liar like Ed. I'm even glad I divorced him. Don't say like that. It's possible, isn't it? Marriage is a constant effort, right? Don't give up. There's zero possibility, and we're already divorced. There's no need to even try. And let me tell you something. I refuse to marry back into a place where the mother-in-law is demanding money. I'm not talking about money. Oh, then, did I give you the wrong idea? Of course, I'll make Ed admit that what he's been saying is a lie. I just want to support him because he wants to get back with you too. This is true from the bottom of my heart. I can't. Please give up. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a business meeting now. Hey, wait! Hello? I just heard that Ed is in front of your office. Can you come out for a minute? He's so passionate. I thought so. Not passionate. He's pathologically persistent. I noticed I was getting a lot of calls from that liar. I just called the security, so please wait. What? The security? Yes, he's obviously suspicious. We don't want any trouble. Hey! Don't do that. It will be a big problem. He's your husband. Take good care of him. You're always so opportunistic, aren't you? Don't make me laugh. In the first place, that idiot man standing in front of my company is a husband of another woman, right? Huh? After that, something didn't make sense, so I had my secretary look into it. He remarried right after we got divorced, in a hurry, spending all my money and having an affair. That's why you guys complained about me a lot. But he didn't ask me to divide the property. Of course, he didn't want me to know about it. No! They just happened to get married soon, but they're already planning to get divorced. He has realized you're the only one he loves. Huh? She's the worst wife of all, that lady. She doesn't work. She doesn't do housework. She just looks at her face in the mirror every day and smells like perfume. Of course, she doesn't work from home like you do. I'm sure this time because I live with her. She's the wife who doesn't do anything. I've been scolding her every day, trying to train her. Oh, I see. How long have you been living together? Since they got married. That means you made us divorce, allowed him to marry a woman he had just met, and then started living with her without a care in the world? Yes, that's right. I didn't do anything wrong. You wanted to know everything about me and was reluctant to let Ed marry me. But you allowed him to marry a woman you didn't know where she came from. People change, don't they? Oh, I wonder if you've become kind in your old age. You're so chatty, aren't you? Well, that's not the point. What about getting back together? Don't be cool and rely on the security guard. You two should talk it out. Getting remarried? I told you I have no intention of getting back together. Don't make me laugh. I don't want to get back with him. I don't even want to see his face. Do you understand? Please remember that. Don't ever come to my office or my house again. Don't you want to see his face again? Don't say that. I feel sorry for him. Feel sorry? It's none of my business anymore. Why don't you do something about it? I don't care what happens to him. I'm a stranger. Now, if you'll excuse me, please don't call me again to tell me this nonsense. Hey! Please call your parents. I think they've got it all wrong, and I don't understand why they have to act like that to me. Oh, right. They shut you out. My parents aren't so bad, huh? I'm sorry for you. I got a call from them, so you may leave. There's nothing to talk about. I want you to listen to me. It's very important. Today, I took Ed to your parents' house to tell them you're getting remarried and to apologize, of course. And then, they shut us out without saying a word. I was so surprised. I heard all about it. Well, it can't be helped. You deserve it. I mean, it's your fault for not discussing before you do anything. Besides, I got remarried in the first place. I wasn't going to tell you, but since you were so insistent, I have no choice. Huh? So please don't get all wrong and tell everyone that we're getting remarried without my permission, okay? It won't be accepted like the divorce. Oh, and don't come over to my house, okay? I'm not there. By the way, we're on our honeymoon right now. It's domestic, but we're enjoying ourselves at a very luxurious hotel. What? What do you mean? I got remarried 2 weeks ago. This is my destiny. I was enjoying myself with a lot of happiness, and suddenly I got a call from you. I'm letting all that stress go out here. How far are you really going to make me pissed off? That's not what I meant. Why did you remarry without asking me? I haven't heard about it. I told you. I wasn't going to tell you. Do I need someone else's permission? There's no need. And yet, you guys are liars and money mad. Liars? Money mad? I got a call from your husband. I really felt sorry for him from the bottom of my heart. He was on his business trip, so he could only hear this story from both of you too. He said he was sorry he couldn't be there for me. He also told me that he would take you far away so that you would never see me again. He was really the only decent person. That's why I feel sorry for him even more. What? It sounds like you will be forced to move to your husband's parents' house. LOL. I hear it's full of nature, so I hope it will cleanse your heart. I wish you and your stupid son good luck. Huh? To his parents' house? I heard you're going to live together with them. Linda, getting back to the position of a daughter-in-law? Good luck with that. According to him, it would be safer to have you watched by someone. Are you kidding me? I don't get along with his mother. No, absolutely not. With that personality of yours, I'm sure that's true. You can't get along with anyone, that's for sure. But that's none of my business. Well, good luck. I'm in trouble. Help! You're the only one who can help me. Hey, can you get divorced right away? I'll do anything. So come over here and let's live together, please. It'll be fun. I have no intention of doing that. But let me ask you this. What kind of advantage do I have when I remarry him? You can be with Ed? With the liar? Money mad man? No thanks, LOL. Isn't that a disadvantage? I'm not getting anything out of it. Plus, you have me. We know each other well. Ew, that's the worst thing. An old hag who loves to bully me and loves her son too much? When I think about it, there's not even a single advantage. Oh, I'm so glad I got divorced. Are you kidding me? I can't let this happen. You're the only one having trouble. You're acting so funny. None of my business. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. I had the chance to talk to his new wife. She told me that he was cheating on me before we got divorced. She told me that she regrets marrying a scumbag and she was on my side. I heard the whole story. Huh? Instead of telling her to take the responsibility, I asked her for the proof of the liar having an affair. And you knew about it and hid it from me. Sound recordings, photos, message exchanges. I have all the evidence. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Since you guys are so persistent, the statute of limitations hasn't expired yet. So I'm going to file a claim for property division. Huh? I thought you can't do that. What are you saying? What are you talking about? Of course I can. I'm sure she's relieved that she provided me with the evidence. But I've got another piece of evidence, and I'm planning to file it to make her take the responsibility. Oh, what will happen when the lawyer contacts her? I can't wait to see her face get despaired. Oh no, you can't do that. Don't you feel guilty? There are things you are allowed to do and things you are not allowed to do as a human being, right? Huh? That's exactly what I'm going to tell you. That's the punishment for hurting people. You guys deserve it. Please don't contact me ever. Ed and his wife received the mail regarding the proof of affair. and the wife told me that I was a liar. I ignored her and won in a settlement, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I was able to get them to take full responsibility for the incident legally. I'm planning to go on a trip with my husband again by using that money. And now, the lying mother and son are working very hard every day at her husband's family home deep in the mountains in the countryside. They are working day and night to help their parents farm. It makes me laugh at the thought of Linda working on a farm. It seems that her husband has threatened to divorce her if she runs away, leaving her with no choice but to continue working. I guess she'll have to keep working for the rest of her life.
Katie, I went to work feeling excited today. You're already at work too, right, Katie?
Yes, of course. It doesn't matter to me whether you come to work or not. So can you please stop sending me texts all the time?
Katie, you're as cold as ever. But I just got to work. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. It's not important to me.
Katie, why do you say such cold things? You and I are close, right?
What do you mean close? I've told you many times already, but you and I have nothing to do with each other.
Well, I kind of like that you say that, Katie. So, you know, I was spending the night with a certain woman.
Uh-huh.
Who do you think this woman is?
I don't know. It's none of my business who you spend the night with, Raymond. Please quit texting me while I'm at work. And I think it's in your best interest to go to the manager's office sooner rather than later.
Katie, what's wrong? Are you angry?
I'm not angry. I'm saying I don't care.
If you're angry, Katie, I apologize. Because I was supposed to go on a date with you yesterday, but I went out for a drink after work, and this happened. And I was with another woman. Of course you'd be angry, but nothing happened. I want you to believe that.
What? You're so weird. I don't care. There's no way I was going on a date with you. What are you even talking about? Anyway, the manager needs to talk with you, so please go quickly. This has nothing to do with work, so I'll stop texting with you.
Why do you keep talking to me so coldly? Don't you care about my behavior?
Why would I?
Because we're getting married.
Huh? Married?
And you didn't even get mad when I told you I was with another woman.
I'm not marrying you. Please keep your jokes to yourself.
Katie, how cold can you be?
Rather than this, I suggest you go and see the manager as soon as possible. He's furious that you didn't submit all your documents.
Really? Of course, Katie. You gave me an excuse, didn't you?
Why would I make an excuse for you?
What? Because the man you will marry might get yelled at by your boss? Isn't that hard on you, Katie? Normally, you would take care of it before that happens, right?
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't care what happens to you. It has nothing to do with me.
Why do you keep saying such cold things? Well, I like that snippy side of you too, but...
I'm not getting anywhere, so I'll end this now. I'm at work.
Okay. I knew you were mad at me. You're so cute when you're jealous.
I'm not jealous.
Anyway, I'm going to see the manager.
Please do.
Katie, you're so cold. Why didn't you wait for me?
What do you mean?
I thought we were going to have lunch together.
Huh? Why?
Why? I thought you made lunch for me.
Why do I have to make your lunch? I really don't understand.
Because we're getting married, right? Why can't you at least make me lunch?
I'm not getting married to you, Raymond. How many times do I have to tell you?
I see. I knew you were mad at me for standing you up on our date.
Huh?
That's right. When I was spending the night with another woman, you must have been lonely. No wonder.
I told you, I have nothing to do with you. It doesn't matter who you're with. Please stop making up a story on your own.
Katie, you were that upset. You were even late for work. I'm sorry.
Whether I'm upset or not, it has nothing to do with you. I'm free to do whatever I want, Raymond. I really don't know what you're talking about, but you're freaking me out.
That's right. Even though it's company approved, if I act too freely, you'll feel awkward about it. I'm going to make a lot of changes for our marriage. I'm sorry.
Of course, I'd like you to make changes about your work. Other than that, I really don't understand what you're saying.
I'll do my best to make you happy to be my wife. You'll see.
I'm not marrying you, you know.
Well, let's try to do our best this afternoon.
Katie, are you okay? You were late again because of Raymond, weren't you? I heard from the manager. I think you got another strange misunderstood text, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm going crazy. What the heck, right? I want to get through the wedding as soon as possible.
I'm reporting him to the manager too. He's usually late for work, and his work ethic is bad. The boss has his eye on him. He said he doesn't do anything particularly noticeable. He knows there's a problem, but...
I know. Most of the time, it's text attacks. I don't think the manager can stop him.
I think it would be better if he started some kind of trouble. I'm sure the boss and I can work on it. I'm trying to help you concentrate on your work.
Thanks. Anyway, I know the wedding will change everything. That's my only hope now.
Well, I'll figure out how to deal with him after that. Depending on how he reacts, I'll definitely do something about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry for worrying you.
Don't say that.
Okay, I'll text you later.
Katie, I'm out drinking again, but I won't be late tomorrow, so don't worry.
What? What do you mean tomorrow?
You're worried that I'm going to cheat on you, right?
What are you talking about?
Who do you think I'm drinking with right now?
I don't know. It's none of my business.
Again, you pretend to be indifferent like always, huh? It's a woman I know very well, Katie.
What?
But you don't have to worry. I have nothing to be guilty of.
No, I'm not worried about it at all.
You're always dodging the issue like that, aren't you?
What?
You're worried I might be cheating on you. I know exactly how you feel, Katie.
Huh?
I mean, acting indifferent is cute and all, but if you keep doing that, I'm seriously going to cheat on you, you know?
It's not cheating on me if you're not with me. Leave me out of your love life. Enjoy drinking with whoever you want and fall in love with whoever you want. Anyway, tomorrow is an important day for me, so I'm done talking to you.
Of course, it's an important day for me too, right?
What are you talking about?
Coming late for work or going out drinking without permission? I'm with another woman, but I have nothing to be guilty of. It's who I am, so you should just accept it.
Huh? More and more, I don't understand what you mean. Anyway, Raymond, enjoy your you time. It has nothing to do with me at all.
Katie, I'm sorry. I drank too much yesterday and couldn't get up. I'm heading to the ceremony with your sister. I have nothing to hide, so don't worry.
With my sister?
That's right, but I have nothing to be guilty of. I'm sure you know that, Katie, but I swear it from the bottom of my heart. I swear I had nothing to do with your sister. That's great of me, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about. So is that why I couldn't get in touch with my sister? My sister was with you? I tried to contact her, but I couldn't get a hold of her.
Well, that's the way it is. I really have nothing to be guilty of. So hold the wedding for me.
Huh?
Your sister and I are hurrying there. You'll have to give a good excuse and make everyone wait. Katie, what's going on? I just opened the door to the wedding hall and nobody was there.
If it's for the ceremony, it's already over.
Huh? What do you mean? Don't be so angry. I told you nothing happened with your sister. How can there be a wedding without me, the groom, in the first place?
How long are you going to keep this up? It's enough.
Huh?
My husband is Ken Hummel. We just finished the wedding ceremony as planned, so please tell my sister that.
What? Hummel? Hummel, you mean Hummel from the department one floor up?
Yes, that's right. I'm now the wife of Ken Hummel.
Huh? You were two-timing me? You cheated on me? Stop it. You acted indifferent and then you married another man? You made a fool of me. I'm not going to let you get away with this.
I was going to marry Ken all along, and somehow you made something up on your own. You weren't even invited to the reception.
You tricked and two-timed me. Don't make up some story.
That's what I should be saying, you know. How dare you keep sending weird messages to my former girlfriend, now my wife.
Huh?
I'm Ken Hummel. I'm Katie's husband. She's been showing me these texts for years.
You're Hummel from upstairs?
That's right. You've been sending a lot of strange texts until now, and you've been annoying Katie. I've had them all recorded. I'm going to submit everything to the company as evidence, including today's text, so be prepared for that.
Evidence? Submitting it to the company? What the hell does that mean?
I was going to marry Katie, remember? That was all in your head. You're completely mistaken.
Huh?
Think about it. Did you ever go on a date with her?
No, I always went drinking first, so...
Did she ever introduce you to her family?
No, that never happened.
Did Katie ever talk to you?
That's because Katie was just acting aloof. She was just shy, right?
How is that possible? It's all your fantasy. You're wrong. How messed up is your brain? And yet, you keep sending Katie these strange messages. What you did is stalking.
Huh? Stalking? Stop making weird accusations.
Today's text is a definitive one, and you're with Katie's sister? What the hell are you thinking?
You're the one who set me up.
What are you talking about? It's all you're doing. Katie hesitated to accuse you, her senior, of stalking her. She didn't even disclose the text communication. That's why the manager couldn't take action. But he knows all about it. But today's texts were solid evidence.
Wait a minute. Isn't that harassment against me? I was supposed to marry Katie today.
Why are you talking like that? I'm sure you and Katie weren't close at all.
That's not true. Katie would have married me. She should love me with all her heart.
What makes you think that?
Because from the first time I met Katie, she gave me a warm smile. She greets me every day with her bright and cheerful voice. And every time she did, she'd show me a beautiful smile. Whenever I come to work, I'm sure she's in love with me.
Huh? What are you talking about? You're really a basket case, aren't you?
Would she smile like that at a guy she doesn't like? It's because she loves me. That's why she smiles that kind of smile. Besides, I texted Katie every day, and Katie would reply to my messages. No matter how you look at it, me and Katie were dating.
You've got it all wrong, don't you? I don't quite understand your train of thought. Anyway, I'll report this matter to the manager. Stalking is a huge offense, and this will probably go all the way up to the company president. You'd better brace yourself.
Wait a minute. Why are you making such a big deal out of this? What is it that you're going to report anyway?
I'm telling you, it's your stalking. Think about how it affected Katie mentally.
Katie did return my messages. She said we were in a relationship.
Then talk to your boss and your superiors about that too.
I'll sue you for invasion of privacy if you do anything.
Oh, okay then. I'm going to sue you for stalking Katie. That would be a very serious charge.
What the hell?
Anyway, from now on, don't get involved with us at all. If you have something to say, go through the manager.
Why do you get to tell me what to do? Katie, why did you betray me? Was it because I was late? Or was it because I was with your sister?
I thought my husband told you not to contact me anymore.
That's terrible. That's so cold. I love you, Katie. Was it wrong that I was with your sister after all?
That's not the reason. It's true that I was surprised to see you with my sister, but that's not why.
Then why did you betray me?
There was nothing to betray, because I have had nothing to do with you from the beginning. We work for the same company, in the same department. It's natural to say hello and smile. Isn't it natural as a human being? We're just colleagues.
What? You acted special to me, right? You treated me better than anyone else, right? Even your smile was a bigger smile, you know?
It wasn't any different than anyone else. Besides, most people in the company knew. Almost everyone in the company knew that I was dating Ken. You didn't know, Raymond?
I didn't know. What? Everyone knew?
That's right. Of course, the manager knew, so he was worried about me and concerned about me. Everyone was disgusted by your actions, you know that?
You're lying. I didn't know.
So if you keep following me and Ken around any longer, I really will have to talk to the police, okay?
Please, don't do that. Well then, let me ask you one thing. Why did I even get fired from my job?
Really? I didn't know about it.
That's a lie. I can only think it was you.
I don't know, but think about it. You were always late for everything and you were always on your phone during work. Your sales performance did not improve and you were often talked to by the manager, right? On top of that, you were stalking me. I don't think you were of any benefit to the company.
Huh? That's very rude of you.
So when they fired you, I think that's what they said, didn't they?
Well...
And you got my sister involved. Why did you do that?
What are you talking about?
You lured my sister into hanging out with you, saying you were my colleague, didn't you?
Huh? How did you...
I asked my sister and she told me. The day before the wedding, she said she drank one beer and suddenly felt sleepy. It was you, wasn't it?
No. I just happened to meet your sister for a drink.
So you're saying my sister is lying? I'll look into it.
Look into what?
We'll file a police report. She couldn't attend my wedding because she couldn't wake up.
Wait a minute. Don't go to the police. I'll admit it. I made her fall asleep.
Why did you do that? It's a criminal act, okay?
Because you always acted indifferent, Katie. I thought if you knew I was with your sister, you'd give me more attention. So I thought I'd do it before the wedding.
What a selfish thing. Are you insane?
I'm sorry, but I told you straight, so don't report me to the police.
After all you've done, who are you to ask that? My sister already filed a damage report. She said she got the results of the doctor's diagnosis. They're going to start questioning you as a suspect right away.
You're lying, right? Katie, please. Please don't do that. I beg you to cancel it.
That's not how it works with my sister.
Please. I've told you the truth, haven't I?
That's not the point. That's what you get for what you've done. Please take this opportunity to reflect on your past and start a new life. Leave me alone to start on mine. Good luck in your new workplace, and good luck with the police.
Wait a minute. You could help me a little.
Why would I help you in anything? I should be filing a police report for stalking.
No, don't do that, please.
Well then, you need to get a grip on reality. First of all, you need to be honest at the police station. That's the only way, isn't it?
Oh no.
let me tell you something. If you bother us again, I will report you to the police. So please, keep that in mind.
That's not true. I just loved you.
This happened because of your delusion. Please take a hard look at the mistakes you've made, okay?
Will you be waiting for me?
After that, Raymond was summoned to the police station to be interrogated. He was questioned and his daily activities were confirmed, but due to insufficient evidence, they were unable to make an arrest. My sister was just asleep, so I'm relieved that nothing else was done to her. I have not been involved with Raymond in any way since then. Rumors spread that he has been summoned to the police station. Raymond is having a hard time finding a new job. He was having trouble making a living, so he started working at night. I heard that his appearance has changed completely. Well, if he's alive or dead, so be it. It has nothing to do with us. I explained the situation to my sister, who had suffered so much because of me, and apologized from the bottom of my heart. Of course, my relationship with my sister has never changed. I have started my new married life, and am busy being a good wife. With Raymond gone, my workplace has become more comfortable.
Kate, I heard about that. It's great. I'm so proud of you.
Dad, you are too loud. What's going on all of a sudden?
I can't believe you passed such a difficult exam. I'm so happy.
Why, you're so excited. Don't call me just to say that. You're annoying me.
Come on, don't be like that. I'm sure you're happy too, aren't you, Kate? I'm thinking of celebrating that today. It's a good idea, isn't it?
Oh, well, do whatever you want. I don't care.
Don't be so cold. Tell me how you want us to celebrate.
I said you can just do whatever you want. You're really grossing me out. It's bothersome.
Hey, why are you saying that? I was thinking about you.
If you were thinking about me, you wouldn't say that, would you? You're being pushy. You're just trying to congratulate me, but in the end, you just want to feel good about yourself, right?
That's not true. We don't have much time to talk together as a family these days. I think that's a problem. So I'd like to have a family dinner for celebration.
Jeez, I shouldn't have talked to you.
Don't you think that we should have a celebration, Kate?
I've told you that it's imposing. Everyone has their own interpretation about family. It's really annoying. Stop forcing your idealism on me, Dad.
I need to talk to you, Helen. Is this a good time?
You're just in time. I need to talk to you too.
What's up?
You go first.
No, you first.
That's what's so bothersome about you. Since you came to me, you should be the one who talked first. Anyway, I think you should apologize first. Well, I'm ready to listen to you now.
Apologize? Why should I do that?
Who needs to apologize except you? I thought you were going to let me tell Kate that you were sorry because it's hard for you to apologize directly to her.
Huh? Sorry, I don't get it. What are you talking about? Did I do something wrong?
Ugh, I can't believe it. You don't even feel guilty, Brad.
I really have no idea about what you are talking about.
You're seriously insensitive. Kate was right about you.
What? Kate told you that?
You had a fight with Kate yesterday, didn't you? She said she passed the exam and you were holding her back.
I didn't mean to do so. I just wanted to congratulate her. Besides, I thought it wasn't good for us to have less family time. I wanted to have dinner with everyone.
You don't think you did anything wrong?
No, but if I offended Kate, maybe I didn't say it right. But you agree that it's not good, right? Kate will soon have to think about her career path. I was wondering if you could help me with that too.
Is that why you contacted me? What a nonsense.
I know, but...
Well, can you do me a favor then?
Yeah, sure. How can I help you?
I'm thinking to take some lessons from next week.
What? That's a little...
Why?
Because we won't be able to have time together if you do that.
Oh, yeah, family time.
I'm sorry, but why did you say that all of a sudden?
I wanted a change in my life. It's a stress reliever. I get choked up every day with the routines.
I understand how you feel, but Kate is working hard too. It's just a little more patience. Let's all work together as a family, okay?
Speaking about that, Kate will be attending the lessons with me.
Seriously? I thought you said you wanted her to focus on our exams.
That's right, but we need to give her a break once in a while.
Relaxation is important, but having her take lessons is just...
Isn't that why you got into a fight? You don't understand how Kate feels.
Why did you say that?
You only care about yourself. Have you ever thought about Kate's feelings? You are different with me and Kate.
We're Kate's parents, Helen. We let her study hard, then get into a famous university to study about what she desires. After that, she can get a job at the company she wants to work for. Isn't that the happiest thing in the world?
Sure, if she could live like that, she might be happy. But in fact, she isn't. Poor Kate. You can understand that when you see me, right?
I don't think so.
I'm saying that if you keep doing what you're doing now, Kate won't be able to make her own decision for her future.
Huh? What the heck is that?
Are you pretending you don't understand, or are you really just being dull? You'll never understand about how Kate feels when she is deprived of her future freedom.
Hey, can you explain it to me in detail so I can understand? I'll try to fix what I did wrong. I can't fix it if I don't know what caused it.
You're just like my scumbag parents. I can't entrust Kate to someone who doesn't even notice when he's told. I'll take care of Kate by myself from now on.
Hold on a sec. Helen, you're out every night. Where are you going?
Don't worry, it's none of your business. By the way, you have a job to prepare some money.
What money? All of a sudden, you want me to get you some money?
For heaven's sake, Brad, are you having a short-term memory loss? It's for the lessons I told you last time.
We agreed that we'd put up with it, remember?
No, I changed my mind. I've been going along with your selfishness until now. I can't take it anymore. The stress is driving me crazy. You wouldn't understand anyway, would you?
Okay, I got it. Calm down, please. It's my fault, right? I'll give you the money. Will you forgive me?
Why don't you understand me after what I've said to you? It's not about forgiveness.
What is it about then? I'm sorry, you didn't explain to me about that, so I still don't understand.
Are you telling me that you won't understand unless I explain it to you word by word?
Well, of course, I'm not a psychic, so I can't read your mind. Even though we are family, there are some things I still can't understand unless you tell me.
That's your own lack of understanding. What a self-centered person you are. If you'd had a decent amount of experience in life, you should be able to think about other people's feelings.
That may be true, but...
If you can't do that, why don't we just get a divorce? What are you going to do? I'm fine with it anyway.
Divorce? That's such a big deal. Calm down a bit, will you?
I'm calm. You're the one who's panicking.
Please, sweetheart, tell me what's wrong with you.
And if I tell you, what are you gonna do for me?
Well, I'll do anything.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't trust you.
Please, I'm just trying to protect my family.
Well, if you don't keep your promise, my dad's just gonna fire your dad. Anyway, I don't know how your dad ended up working at my dad's company.
Please, don't do that.
That's enough. I'm divorcing you. Get out of here as soon as possible.
That's too much. Why are you pushing me like this?
I don't know. Well, let me ask you something then. Have you ever thought about the life of a company president's daughter?
Huh? What are you trying to say?
My parents made me marry someone I'm not in love with. I was raised as someone who would only produce an heir, and I don't have a life of my own. On top of that, you have no heart, but you demand it from others. My daughter Kate is going the same way as me. Do you think you're in a position to play the victim? I'm the victim here.
Don't say that.
Come on, what do you think? You are free to say something to refute what I'm saying. You still don't get it even after I've told you this much. Then let's go to the hospital. Let's have your dullness disease examined.
Stop it. I got it already.
Tell me what you think then.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? A mealy-mouthed apology is meaningless.
It's just...
If you don't explain yourself, your dad will be fired.
I'm sorry that I didn't think about your feelings.
Well done. You did a great job. You're going to pay for what you've done. First of all, it's about the lessons.
Yes, I'll pay for it if it will make you happy.
No kidding. That's very sweet of you. Well, I'll add some fees for the beauty spa too then.
What? Beauty spa?
Yes. Any complaints? No, right?
Not at all. How much money do you need for the beauty spa and lessons?
Let's see. $1,500.
It's very expensive.
Well, of course it is. I won't be taking cheap lessons and visiting cheap beauty spa. I'm telling you, that fee is only for one person.
I can't afford that much money. You know how much my salary is, right?
Then you'll have to fire me.
I can't fire you, so just let me pay for you.
Let me pay for you? What's with that tone? Who the heck do you think you are?
I'm sorry, I'll do as you say.
You should. The admission fees and the things you need to prepare for the lessons. I've already paid some of them, so you'll have to pay me back.
Seriously? You already paid for those?
If I follow your selfishness, I'll have to wait for the rest of my life. I'm a woman who acts quickly.
Okay then, I'll do my best to get the money to you.
Oh, you're so sweet. I wonder if you've changed your mind. I'm counting on you then. Hey, scumbag! Pick me up at the station as soon as you can. For every 10 minutes you're late, there's a $100 penalty. Let's start the count.
I'm at work. Don't ask me to do that. Ask your mom to pick you up.
Oh, looks like you've got some nerve. Don't forget that me and Mom are at the same side.
I'm busy. I don't have time to play around. If it's not urgent, don't call me.
9 more minutes and $100 more. Are you with a woman other than Mom by any chance? That's terrible. I'll let Mom know about this. She'll scold you.
No way.
Then come and pick me up then. I'm the daughter of the company president. Didn't Mom tell you to keep that fact in your mind?
I can't do it right now. Can you wait a little longer?
No problem. I'm a nice person anyway.
Thank you.
But you'll have to pay more for the extension fee.
No way. Give me a break.
Excuse me? Mom told me a lot about you, but you show no remorse. You still don't understand how others feel.
I'm sorry. I'll pick you up. I'm leaving my office soon. Just wait a little longer. Hey, where are you?
I'm already at home.
What?
I told you, didn't I? I'm being nice. Well, I felt sorry for the extension fee, so I had Mom pick me up. You just need to give me $500.
There's no way I'm going to pay for that. Don't be absurd. Besides, you were really at home the whole day, weren't you?
Huh? Of course not.
I just checked your location, and it says you were at home the whole day.
I can't believe you just did that. That's scary. You're stalking me. I'm going to tell Mom. What do you think you're doing, Brad?
Well, that's my line.
Don't you get it? You're really useless. Well, tell your dad to search for another job, Dan. Oh, you need to prepare more money anyway. If you refuse, you know what will happen. Do you understand me?
How much do you need?
$1,500?
Okay, I'll get it for you. I'm getting tired of this.
That's a good decision. You should have done that from the beginning.
I need to talk to you.
I beg your pardon? You're being cheeky. You know what will happen if you say something nasty to me, don't you?
Yeah, I know. It's just that starting next month, I'm getting transferred.
Oh well, that's none of my business. Well, since it's you, I guess you're not well liked by everyone at your workplace.
You're wrong. Anyway, we'll be living separately for a while.
Yay! We should celebrate that.
What?
I'm really glad you'll go so far away from me. You know, Kate and I were getting so frustrated just having you at home. From now on, me and Kate are going to have our family time together. I'm so happy. I can't help but grin at you.
Yeah, whatever. Both of you don't even think of me as a family.
You just realize that now? I'm surprised.
You're the one who hasn't noticed. If we separate, that means I won't be able to pay for your lessons and stuff.
You're not going to transfer the money? You're kidding me again.
What? You're working too, so you'll just have to deal with that by yourself. I need money to live at where I'm transferred. I can't afford your selfishness. I have a life too.
You're not the one who forced me to be selfish first. I've had enough. If you insist, let's get a divorce then.
It's a good opportunity. Let's do it. I think that's the best thing for us.
I'll get the custody of Kate.
I won't let you do that.
I told you, I won't listen to your selfishness anymore. What's the big deal? If I leave it to you, Kate's future will be ruined.
I feel sorry for her, but I'll let her decide.
Of course she's gonna choose me. I don't think there's any advantages for her if she chose to go with you. I don't want you to come back from where you're transferred. I never want to see your face again.
What about my dad's job at the company then?
Oh, you mentioned that too. I forgot.
Are you going to fire him?
I lied about that, of course. You can see how smart I am, can't you?
I'm so relieved to hear that. Well then, I'll give you custody of Kate. I'll have to check with Kate first though.
Well, our house is so comfortable now without noisy insect like you.
Well, that's good to hear. By the way, did you quit your lessons?
Of course not.
What about the money? Are you making a good living?
You forgot that I'm the company president's daughter, right?
So what?
That there are plenty of people who can take your place.
What do you mean? Are you telling me that you've been having an affair?
Of course not. My dad set me up on a blind date right after I filed for divorce. That's my dad. Well, unfortunately, I can't remarry soon due to the restrictions.
I see. What does Kate say about the guy? Does she approve?
Nothing in particular.
I don't think Kate will approve.
You just can't get your feelings straight, can you? Time will tell.
You really think so? And you're sure you're okay with this new partner of yours?
You have no reason to worry about me. I'm not your wife anymore, and you're being petty. If you keep talking to me, I'm gonna sue you for stalking.
Oh, come on. That's not gonna happen. You're the one who contacted me.
Hey, what's going on? Your father just suddenly quit his job. I didn't have anything to do with it. He also seemed to have a huge fight with my dad. What's going on? Can you explain? You must have known something.
Yeah, I do. I told my dad about your affair. I didn't expect my dad to quit his job.
What? Adultery? Your dad quit his job just because he trusted that lie?
I wonder if it's a lie. I've got the proper proof. I even checked with your dad. He said he didn't do any matchmaking after the divorce.
So what? You shouldn't have sneaked around like that. There's plenty of opportunities for me to meet new guys without anyone's help.
Well, you just said that by yourself. I wonder who's your new guy.
What?
Well, no matter how many lies and excuses you tried to make up, you won't get away with it. Did you really think I was going to be transferred?
You said that to me anyway.
I made it easy for you to bring the guy you're having an affair with into the house. I intentionally made it easier for you to get divorced. If I leave the house, even temporarily, you'd think that's the chance to get a divorce.
What the hell? That's what this is about? Bullshit. You've got it all wrong. I was planning on getting a divorce even if you didn't get transferred.
I see. So, do you let Kate continue her lessons?
We don't have the money. My life has been set before I was born, and I've never had any freedom. But I have given Kate all the freedom until now. It's unfair that Kate has her reasons and I don't, isn't it?
That's why you make Kate quit her lessons and do whatever you want? You're just using Kate to make up for the time you've been deprived of.
That's the way you say it. You still sound as if you were the boss of the house. What a pathetic guy you are.
I see. I feel safer suing you now that I hear what you said to me.
I don't think you can do that. You know what? You need proof to sue me. And first of all, can you afford the attorney's fees? You have no money, right?
I've plenty of money. Didn't you understand? You don't know what you're doing. Before the divorce, you were staring at my plane ticket, weren't you?
What's with that?
Let me show you one more time.
What's so special about this?
You don't seem to get it. I'm surprised a nice, well-brought-up young lady doesn't get it. At least Kate understood. Why don't you ask her?
No kidding! That was a first-class ticket. No, I mean, there's no way you could raise that much money in such a short period of time. Of course it's fake. Stop trying to look good.
That's what Kate said too. To tell you the truth, I was studying investment. You wouldn't believe me if I told you that, would you? But when I showed you this, you believed me right away.
Did you take this picture?
It's a nice picture, isn't it? Well, it's a view you'll never get. And this one?
What's this? You! What are you doing? You're disgusting! You stalker! I'm gonna sue you!
Cut it off, will you? I had a detective take those pictures. Detectives are great.
Shut up! I'm not gonna let you get away with this.
I see. Well, let's have Kate take a look at this conversation, shall we? Let's have her make an impartial judgment. Yes, not only Kate, but also our dads.
Wait!
Well, of course, you can pay for the alimony and stuff, right? You have a future husband who will pay for it. That's the case if he's still willing to stay by your side until the day of your marriage. I requested alimony from my wife with all the evidence I had, including the photos taken by the detective and the testimonies of both of our dads. My wife had been seeing a man other than me before the divorce, and her dad admitted that. My wife's adulterous partner had borrowed a lot of money in order to win her heart. But as soon as he found out that my wife's alimony was too expensive to pay, he evaporated. Kate has been transferred from her current private high school to a prefectural high school for financial reasons. I certainly have some sympathy for my wife's situation, since she needs to work all day, all night, just to pay for the alimony. It seems that my wife didn't love me as a husband, and I was just a sandbag to release her stress. I think I had no choice this time to stop my wife from crossing the line. My dad is currently working for a company owned by a classmate of mine. My dad has always been my wife's dad's right-hand man, so he told me that his current work is refreshing and he enjoys it a lot. I'm now living a good life. I remodeled my parents' house and I'm going to buy a condo with the large sum of money I got from the profit of selling stocks.
Patricia, I heard from Aaron that you've decided where you're going for your honeymoon. Valerie, I was going to tell you that later. That's right, we've decided to go to Florida. We don't like to spend long hours inside a plane, so Florida's the best place for us. We have plenty of time to do some sightseeing when we arrive there. That's great. I have a week back, so I can't stay on the plane for a long time. Good choice, Patricia. Thanks for picking a place close by. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try marine sports, That sounds fun, doesn't it? I've only seen them on TV, so I've always wanted to try it. Oh, I see. By the way, Valerie, are you planning to go to Florida with your friends? Of course not. I was thinking of going with you and Aaron. I thought you guys would be okay with it. Is that a bad idea? Together? But me and Aaron are going for a honeymoon. I don't think it's a problem. It will be just the three of us in the new house anyway. Wouldn't it be nice to take a trip to get to know each other? It will be a great memory. Besides, you know what? I hear that honeymoons often lead to fights. And when that happens, I'll be on your side to mediate. You can rely on me. Haha, that's very nice of you. Anyway, does Aaron know that you're coming with us? Not yet. He's about to find out. Well, there's no reason to say no. Oh, I see. I understand. You don't want to travel with me, Patricia? Looks like your voice sounds unexcited. No, it's just that this time it's not a family trip but a honeymoon. Usually couples go by themselves, right? I had never heard of a family member participating in a honeymoon trip, so I didn't know how to react. Patricia, you are surprisingly old-fashioned, aren't you? It's more fun to travel with many people. We will be a family of 3 from now on, so let's get along. I got it. Oh, excuse me. I've got a customer on the phone. I'm going back to work. Oh dear, I'm sorry that I disturbed you. Good luck with your work. I'll look into the tourism-related information of Florida, so leave it to me. I have plenty of time to do that. Hey Aaron, did you know that your mother wants to go with us on our honeymoon? Yeah, I know about that. I just got a call from my mom out of the blue too. She's so excited in going that I'm so confused. I told her that I didn't want her to be on the honeymoon with us. Well, you did a great job. I tried several times to tell her no, but she's really looking forward to it. And if I told her outright, I'll make her sad. Mom has never been on a vacation like this before. She's never been on a trip, let alone abroad. And it's like a dream come true for her. She's always worked so hard to raise me. I understand what you're saying, but it's a honeymoon. A trip for just the 2 of us to get to know each other, right? Do you want me to goof off in front of your mother? I can't do that. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but can you let my mom go with us this time? After we get back from this trip, let's go on a trip for just the 2 of us, okay? Maybe we can stay at a luxury hotel and relax there. What do you think? Does that mean you're going to prioritize your mother than our sweet honeymoon trip? It's not like that, but would you understand? I appreciate and respect your mother for raising you by herself. It's absolutely amazing, isn't it? But we can't take care of your mother while going for a honeymoon trip. It doesn't make any sense at all. This time, I'll let your mother join our honeymoon trip. But if something like this happens in the future, I won't forgive you. I understand. Just this once. Thank you. Don't forget that we're going on another honeymoon trip when we get back. Don't worry. I won't forget. Hasn't your mother come out of her room yet? She was so excited that she asked me to go with her to the souvenir shop before we catch our plane. I know, but she didn't answer when I went to her room and I haven't been able to get in touch with her. Are you sure that she's okay? Did she collapse in her room or something? I don't think so. Yesterday she was doing just fine. I'm worried about your mother, so I'm going to call her myself. Good morning, Valerie. Aaron says he couldn't get in touch with you. Are you all right? Oh, Patricia, good morning. Thanks for your concern. I'm fine. Valerie, Aaron was worried about you too, you know? Do you want to go shopping from now? Anyway, where are you now? Are you in your hotel room? Don't be surprised, okay? Actually, I just arrived home. What did you say? You mean you went back by yourself? When? How? Also, why didn't you tell me? I didn't mean to hide it and sneak back home. Anyway, everything is good. It's just that I wanted to go home. I'm kind of tired, so let me rest. Wait a minute, please. If you were going to leave, you should have told me that you were leaving. But anyway, at least you arrived home safely. We'll be back by nighttime too, so please take a good rest. Are you guys going back home today too? Come to think of it, I looked in my bag just now and found your wallet and passport in it. I guess they somehow got mixed up when I was packing for our return trip. I'm sorry I didn't notice. I'll return it to you when you get back. Oh, but wait. Oh my God. You can't come back without your passport, can you? What do you mean? What do you mean that my passport got into your bag? I'm quite sure that I put it in my own bag. There's no way that it's now in your bag. Does that mean that you took it out of my bag without my permission? Are you trying to say that I stole your passport? Watch your language, Patricia. It just got mixed up in there when I realized. Isn't it because you are sloppy? That's not possible. I had my valuables in my bag. How am I supposed to go home then? I don't know. I don't think I can help you with that. You were ignoring my opinion during the trip and made your own decision. Why don't you think about the solution for your own problem by yourself? Why did you do this to me? Were you planning to leave me in Florida from the beginning? Actually, not from the beginning. But I changed my mind when I saw your true character during the trip. Come to think of it, Patricia, you weren't keen on the trip after I told you that I'll join you. A wife shouldn't let her mother-in-law know her true intentions. It seems you were also reluctant to move in with me, right? What kind of a person are you to rebel against me after marrying my son? So, this is a discipline. It's how I express my love to you as a family. It's a whip of love. The first step is the most important so that you won't disobey me in the future. It was a good experience, wasn't it? You and Aaron should just do as I say. Now, what are you going to do? I know you are very anxious right now without your wallet and passport. This is what happens when you treat me poorly and disobey me. Now you understand, don't you? I understand enough. I understand too much that I'm shaking. What a good girl. By the way, are you still shaking in fear? I know you're worried if you don't have your wallet when you're on a trip. I'm sorry. I can't help you since I'm already back home. I don't know what to do. I'm not anxious. I'm shaking with anger. It's against common sense for you to come along on my honeymoon trip. Also, taking out the wallet and passport of someone's bag is a crime. Are you aware of that? You're so persistent. Seems that you still have the energy to rebel to me. I'm going to have a hard time from now on dealing with you. You are such a troublesome wife. I can hardly imagine dealing in the future with someone who thinks that crime is discipline. The fact that you stole my wallet and passport is totally crime, and I will be contacting the police. What? The police? You're calling the police for a mere family problem? You shouldn't bother. Are you out of your mind? Stop playing the victim since I'm the real victim here. It's you who are out of your mind, Valerie. Even a child knows that if you steal from someone, you will be punished. I didn't steal it. I'm just disciplining you. You are not making any sense. Then we should let the police decide, shall we? I'll talk to Aaron first and then call the police. I'm so busy, so I will call you back. You should calm down and think about what you have done. I am not going to apologize since I didn't do anything wrong. Please take responsibility for what you did. Hey, Patricia, what have you done? I'm busy right now, Valerie. Is something wrong? I can't stop getting calls from my relatives. They said that I'm a disgrace for what I did. Oh, I see. Looks like the response has been unexpectedly powerful. Maybe it's because I posted on social media that you stole my wallet and passport and left me in Florida. Your relatives have the access to the social media, so they can also see it. Oh my God, what a thing to do. Quick, delete that post and correct your mistake. Why should I correct it? It's the truth. I'm the one who's getting the ire of all my relatives. Well, that's none of my business. You deserve that. It's your business too, isn't it? Your family. You're supposed to help me. Huh? Is this some kind of joke? Family? You came along on a trip and interrupted the newlywed couple. And then to top it off, you took my wallet and passport out of my bag. That's not something a family member would do. I'm disappointed. You are a persistent person and also not a good listener. I'm telling you that the wallet and passport just happened to be in my bag. You still think of it that way? I'm not going to argue with you about that now. I had a discussion with Aaron. As you can see, he is indignant. When I return back home, I'll probably have to cut ties with you. What the hell is that? Why do I have to cut ties with Aaron? He's my sweet son. If you who have no remorse get involved, there will be more unreasonable things happen in the future. Aaron is worried about me because of this incident. He thought it was dangerous for me to stay with you. Stealing my wallet and left me abroad without a care is too cruel for a discipline. Even though Aaron is a child of such a mother, I'm glad that he's decent. I wonder if he's just like his decent father. It is common sense for a wife to listen to her husband and her mother-in-law. All you did annoyed me, so it's natural to discipline you, right? Why don't you just say it directly then? You don't have to do this kind of criminal act. If you had told me about your concerns, I would have listened to you properly. In the first place, you just said that a wife is supposed to listen to her mother-in-law. You called me old-fashioned before, didn't you? I will say exactly the same thing to you. You were married before, weren't you? You had a bad experience yourself. So now, you are doing the same thing to me? I admire you for raising your children by yourself, but there is a difference between that and this. Maybe so, but I'm so upset now since I have seen your true character. I never thought that you are that kind of person. Oh, I know that you're trying to impress me with your talk, but since I stole your wallet, how are you going to come back home? If you can't come back, it doesn't matter what you insinuate. It won't hurt. I still have Aaron with me. Seems that you don't know anything. What do you mean by that? If you lose your wallet, as long as you have your smartphone with you, you can manage to pay for stuff by using the app and go back home safely. I guess you didn't know about that. Even if I don't have my smartphone with me, I have Aaron who'll help me. Finally, you just said it out, didn't you? You stole my wallet. I'll use this as evidence to file a theft report with the police. Wait a minute! Are you really going to call the police? Not only you forced me to cut the cord with Aaron, but you also want to call the police? That's too much! Too much? That's what you did to me. Go ahead. You can say whatever you want. I'm not going to listen to you anymore. Patricia, I got a call from my son. He sounded so formal and I felt as if he were a stranger. It seems that he really intends to cut ties with me. That's right. I won't lie to you. Did you think I was lying when I said that to you? I didn't think you would go that far. Aaron says he loves me and will protect me, who is his precious wife. It's too late for you to regret it now, okay? I can't forgive you. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me. If Aaron and I are no longer family, how will I be able to live? I don't care about that. Why don't you solve it by yourself? Serves you right. Right now, I'm living on the money Aaron sends me every month. If we are no longer mother and son, it means that I'll lose those remittances. How can I survive? Why don't you start to get a job to pay for your own living expenses then? The only thing that's important to you is the money. With that kind of thinking, how could you expect me to forgive such a cruel mother? I have no intention of forgiving you. Also, I think the police will be contacting you soon. I contacted the police after I returned back home and told them that my wallet was stolen. I also showed them the evidence. What am I supposed to do? I'm in a panic because I've made Aaron upset and now the police are coming too. By the way, not only will you be arrested for theft, but you will also be charged with compensation. No way! I was left in Florida without my wallet, and I was also experiencing the mental anguish of the possibility of not being able to return home. When I contacted the police, They told me that I should also consult a lawyer. So I consulted the lawyer and found out that I can also get compensation for what you did to me. I'm looking forward to your payment. Thank you very much. I can't afford to pay for the compensation when I can't even make a living without Aaron's remittances. Even if you can't pay, I'll have you pay for that at all cost. You'll have to ask your lawyer how you're gonna pay. I don't think there's any way not to pay, but maybe they can give you some advice on how to find a job and pay for that. Patricia, I'm so sorry. What I did was too much for a discipline. I apologize. Really, forgive me. I'm just a weak old lady, okay? Weak? Stop joking, Valerie. I've never seen someone so strong like you before. So I'm not going to forgive you, no matter how hard you try. I hope you will realize in time about the consequences of what you have done to me. I'm going to be separated from Aaron, who I worked so hard to raise. That alone is an unbelievable suffering, and you don't need to add compensation on top of it. At the very least, please, don't cut me off from the family ties. I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it. It was Aaron who came up with the idea after he heard about what you did to me. So it doesn't make sense for you to tell me to stop cutting the cord. Please tell Aaron directly. Well, I don't think he'll withdraw his decision anyway. That's impossible. I've raised him so carefully. I don't know how you raised Aaron, but thank you for being completely contrary and setting a bad example for me. Aaron seems to understand that your ideas are crazy. You know what? I don't deserve this. I'm sorry about that. It's called karma. You know that? Thank you again for setting a bad example for me and Aaron this time. What goes around comes around. So please do your best to atone for your sins. Now then, I have nothing more to say to you, Valerie. Please excuse me. Valerie was arrested by the police for theft. However, since it was her first offense, she received a stern warning and was given a suspended sentence and did not face jail time. We heard about this fact from a relative, and we did not go to see her in person because we were afraid that she would get involved further and do something nasty to us. Aaron, as he had declared to me, cut off all contact with his mother, and of course, he has stopped sending money to her. My mother-in-law, who still could not give up, visited her house every day, crying and sometimes swearing at us. Even though I told her that she was disturbing the neighborhood, she refused to listen and asked me to resume sending money to her. I can never forgive her, so I turned her away. Since I was fed up with her coming to my house every day, me and Aaron decided to move into a house with better conditions than before without telling Valerie about that. We also charged her for compensation, which she had no choice but to start working part-time again to pay for that since Aaron has stopped sending money to her. I heard a rumor that my mother-in-law, who is very energetic for her age, talkative, puts her own mistakes on the shelf, and is always mean to the younger staff at her part-time job, so everyone dislikes her. I'm not a cruel person, so after Aaron cut the cord with his mother and she agreed to pay for the compensation, I deleted my social media posts about what had happened. Now that we are no longer related, me and Valerie are strangers. Since we have some money to spare from the compensation we received, we are happily planning where to go for our honeymoon, just the two of us, one more time.
Linda, are you awake? Can we talk?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm still lying down, but I can chat. I've been feeling kind of sick since noon. What's up?
I'm going on a cruise trip the day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow? You're going on a trip now? How can you decide something like that without consulting me?
What? It just came up all of a sudden, so what can I do?
Who are you going with?
My friend. The guy who was supposed to go suddenly couldn't make it due to work. If he cancels, he'll have to pay the cancellation fee, so he asked me if I wanted to go with him. It's a rare chance, so I was happy to take it.
What about work?
I'm in the middle of easy time of the year, so I was able to get paid holidays. It's no problem. I guess I've been working long enough to get by.
That's why I think you need to be sincere to the company, don't you think? What about Emma? She can't just ask for paid holidays from kindergarten, you know? Emma has her own life. I mean, it's my fault because I have cancer. I'll do my best to get better. So can you wait for the cruise trip?
Emma is no problem. Don't worry.
What?
I asked Alice's mom because Alice is Emma's friend who rides the same kindergarten bus. She said she would take care of her. Emma is happy too.
That's not the issue. It's okay for just one day, but how long is the cruise trip?
I think it was 1 week.
See? Are you going to leave our daughter in someone else's hand for that long? No matter how long I've been in the hospital, it's still insane. You are Emma's father. How can you be so irresponsible?
I've already told him I'm going.
Then I'll ask Mary to take care of her.
What? Mary? Oh no, no need to do that. I would feel sorry for her.
Don't you feel sorry for Alice's mother? What you're saying doesn't make sense.
I also asked Mary myself.
You did? So what did she say?
She said she couldn't because she will be on a business trip. So I asked Alice's mother for help. It's our only option since Mary can't help, right?
Well, since my parents live far away, I can't believe you'd agree to a cruise trip now. Now we have a problem.
Sorry.
Dwayne, did you go to work already?
Yeah, I've got some work I need to finish for the cruise trip starting tomorrow. I just got to the office now.
You know what? I haven't been feeling well since last night. I was feeling really bad that nurses had to take care of me. I'm a little better now, but I'm really sorry, but can you go on the cruise trip next time?
Huh? There's no next time. I've already made a reservation under my name. I can't do that.
I need you to stay with Emma, just in case something happens. What's more important, your own daughter or a cruise trip?
What? How can you possibly compare them?
If something happens to me, who's going to take care of Emma? She'd be left at her friend's house. It's also a trouble for Alice's mother, you know. So will you please reconsider the trip?
You're getting annoying. I told you I can't.
I have cancer, you know. I don't know what's going to happen. Are you really going on the cruise trip under this circumstance?
You're going to be gone soon anyway, aren't you?
Sorry?
I'm saying you're going to be gone soon.
You don't know that, not even me.
I've been thinking about my future. You're about to go to heaven, and I'm going on a cruise with my next wife.
What? That was your plan? That's terrible.
Emma needs a new mother, right? So I have to make sure that we love each other, you know?
That's terrible. I'm still alive.
I thought you would also be relieved if you knew who my next wife is going to be. So, I'm going on a cruise trip tomorrow as planned. If something happens, you know my number.
You're unbelievable.
By the way, it's overseas, so call me as soon as possible, okay? Linda, are you still alive? I'm on the Pacific Ocean. I'm realizing how big the Earth is. I know it's hard for you to believe since you're still sick, but it feels really good. I hope you get to see it someday. I mean, if you're still alive. I feel so good, I'm going to reveal the secret. About the person I'm with right now, you should be happy. It's your sister.
Hey, what time are you coming back?
Oh, Linda, you're still alive? I'm glad you're okay. We finished the cruise trip, but the scenery is so beautiful after we landed. I'm thinking of extending the trip. I'm sorry, but could you get in touch with Alice's mother?
I'm sorry I'm still alive, but you're unbelievable.
I'm just telling you the truth.
What an irresponsible man you are.
Leaving your daughter in someone else's hand for days and then extending your trip? I can't believe you.
Don't be so angry. Well, I feel good, so I don't care what you say.
Your parents picked her up the next day you went on the trip.
What? My father and mother? Why?
They happened to come to visit me, so I told them everything. They were very kind to me.
My parents don't know anything about this. Why are you being so selfish?
Your parents came to visit me because they were worried about my illness. I just couldn't lie to them.
And did you also tell them that Emma was at Alice's house?
Of course I did. It's natural for them to worry about Emma, isn't it? They felt sorry for her, so they went to pick her up right away. And they also knew that you were having an affair.
What the heck? Seriously? That's not good.
I was suspicious that you were cheating on me.
What? You knew?
Well, because of the way you were acting lately. You're coming home late every day because you're working overtime or something. Suddenly, you eat out all the time and don't eat at home at all. Well, I was just getting sick, so I didn't have to prepare meals at home, which was a big help. I had to check with the company because it was so frequent. Supposedly, your father heard it from the company.
Huh? What the heck?
Then, you didn't work overtime at all. I was shocked when I found out. You knew I wasn't feeling well and you went on cheating on me.
So what are you saying?
If I hadn't been in the hospital, I would have gone straight for a divorce. Your parents came to visit me in the hospital many times. I couldn't stand anymore, so I talked to them about it.
Are you serious? My parents haven't said anything to me. You're so frustrated with my cruise trip, so you're making up stories? You? Screw you. I'm the one who's trying to be nice to you because you have cancer. You're getting on my nerves.
I'm not lying. If you think so, why don't you ask your parents yourself? They were both so stunned that they lost words. They apologized to me over and over again.
Really?
Of course, they were furious afterwards.
I can't ask them after I heard about it. If what you're saying is true, of course, they are going to scold me. If that's the case, I'm definitely extending my trip. And it doesn't sound like you're going to have it anytime soon.
That's terrible.
I'll go home when you're gone.
Are you serious? Leaving your wife in the hospital with cancer? Leaving your daughter with your parents? Going on a cruise ship with my sister to have an affair? You are evil.
No, I'm not. Of course I'd rather have a younger sister than you who has no life left to live.
I didn't think you had such a cold heart.
Keep talking, girl. You'll be gone anyway. I'm always open to hear you out.
I've got some good news for you.
What?
I've been feeling under the weather, so your parents are visiting me right now.
What? They are?
So I had them look at this text with me.
Huh? What on earth are you doing? You're showing them this text without my permission? That's an invasion of privacy, you know?
Keep talking, boy. A message from your parents to you.
A message?
They said our divorce is final.
What? Divorce? I know you're lying. How can you get a divorce without me signing the divorce papers? Stop screwing around.
Oh, did you forget? You kept the divorce papers with your name on them in our bedroom dresser drawer. If you signed it, it means you agree, right?
Yes, but how did you know about that?
Your parents went to get my clothes. That's when they found it.
What? My parents?
They found it and they made up their minds. If something happens to me, my inheritance will go to you. So they said we should get divorced before that happens.
My parents said that?
Yup. I was surprised too. But they were both very concerned about me and Emma. I really appreciate that.
Then what's going to happen to Emma? There's a custody issue.
Of course, I'm going to take Emma. If I can't get the custody,
Your parents will be my guardians. If anything happens to me, your parents will adopt me as their daughter-in-law.
I'm the father. It's not going to work out that well.
But you're having an affair.
There's no proof or anything, so I shouldn't lose custody of Emma.
Well, we do have proof. When your parents heard what I had to say, they expected this to happen. They immediately went to an inquiry office to check you out.
You're kidding, right?
They found pictures of you walking into my sister's apartment with your arms around her. And there were pictures of you guys coming out of a hotel. And there's also a film of you guys sailing out of the country.
Seriously?
Of course, I'll send you one picture.
Oh.
Emma really wants to be with me. She says Grandma and Grandpa are better than you. Your parents took immediate action when they heard her saying that.
I keep telling you, I'm the father, remember? Why should she be taken by my parents?
Kids watch their parents' behavior, you know. I'm sure Emma was feeling something in her own way. The evidence is perfect. I'm going to file for alimony and child support for sure.
What? You're going to be gone anyway, so you don't need that, do you?
You must be joking. If something happens to me, Emma might have to live on her own. I'm going to charge you as much as I can for that.
You wish.
And I still have messages from your parents, mostly from your father. He said, I'm not letting him take over the company. I'm going to fire him soon, so he should be prepared.
What? What the heck? I'm supposed to be the next president of the company. And now I'm fired? I absolutely cannot agree to that.
Your father said, I can't entrust my company to a man who betrays his beloved family and employees.
No way. I'd be out of a job.
Your father was wondering why you took this paid holiday, but he thought it was just your way of trying to take care of me. But it turns out you were having an affair with my sister. As soon as he found out, he was furious. You don't want to make him angry, you know?
I'm not in the mood for such jokes. What about my future?
I still have a message for you.
Huh? There's more?
The house we lived in was in your father's name, right?
So?
He said, I'm going to put it up for sale soon. So when he gets back from his cruise trip, he better pack up his stuff and leave immediately.
What? My father is trying to take my house away from me?
Your father is very sorry that his son grew up to be a jerk. He wants you to go through the hardships yourself from the bottom. That's parents' love.
Are you kidding me? Don't get all cocky with me. You better watch your mouth.
I'm not ready to go to heaven yet, you know, especially because of Emma.
You've got to be kidding.
You've lost everything. Are you okay?
What?
Because, you know, you're getting fired, getting kicked out of the house, and have to pay alimony and child support. Are you going to be okay?
Seriously?
Well, I don't really care because I don't have anything to do with you anymore. I think this is not the time to be enjoying your cruise vacation. If you don't do something about the future soon, you're going to be in big trouble, you know?
What am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Maybe you can get help from my sister? Speaking of my sister, I have a message for her too.
What is it?
My parents know all about it and they are furious.
What?
Well, of course they are. She betrayed me when I was suffering from cancer treatment. She was having an affair with my husband. I'll never let her enter my parents' house. My parents are serious too, so please tell her that.
Oh my God. Linda, how are you feeling? Is the treatment painful? Is there anything I can do to help?
What? You're disgusting. Did you enjoy your cruise trip with my sister?
Don't talk like that.
But it's true. You brought it on yourself.
Linda, please, will you help me and Mary? You're the only one I can rely on.
Excuse me? You and I are strangers now. Besides, I don't have a sister because I've broken off the relationship with her.
Don't say that. Please, help me. After my father scolded me so much, he made me quit my job. I'm unemployed.
You dug your own grave. It's a result of what you did, right?
I got kicked out of my house yesterday. I tried to get my father's mercy, but he just threw me out.
Oh my. It must be tough without a place to stay.
Right? I'm staying at a motel with Mary right now. That kind of life won't last long, you know?
Exactly. It's hard to pay for a motel without the job.
So, can you lend me some money?
Huh? Are you kidding? Look who's talking. Besides, I'm still in the hospital getting cancer treatment. I don't have any money to lend you.
But you have insurance coming in. Lend me some of that money.
What? You've reached to the bottom, haven't you? Why should I lend you money when I'm receiving insurance for my treatment? You're insane.
We need money to rent a new place to live. I don't even have that money. Please, help me.
I refuse.
Then, at least, don't make me pay alimony. That would help a lot.
I don't want to. I'll save the alimony for Emma's future.
Then, get rid of the child support. That would make my monthly expenses a lot cheaper. I'll be more motivated to work.
I said I don't want to. Why should I help you and Mary? I really don't get it.
Then convince my parents. If you don't do something, we'll run out of money and end up in the street. So please tell them to lend some money to us before that happens.
No. The two of you have to do something about your parents. It's not my place to interfere.
Please, Linda.
Like I said, I'm in the hospital for cancer treatment. I'm fighting a disease. I don't have time for you. I have to get well as soon as possible for Emma.
Don't say that and help me. I'm sorry I went on a trip with Mary when you weren't feeling well. Please, you have to help me. I've lost everything and I honestly don't know what to do.
Why don't you just start looking for a job?
Huh?
I don't care what kind of job you get, but if you don't work, you won't get a dime. Why don't you start there?
Oh no, so you wouldn't help me?
Have you forgotten that I'm fighting cancer? I'm so preoccupied with curing my disease right now. I don't have time to worry about you. I'm sorry, but if you have time to rely on me, why don't you take action yourself? If you can't do that, then you're stuck there for the rest of your life. Don't ever contact me or Emma again.
Oh my God.
If you contact or approach us, I will call the police right away. Well then, good luck with Mary.
Linda, don't be so cold. Please.
After that, my crazy ex-husband started looking for a job. But his father had sent out a notice, and there were no companies in his industry that would accept him. I heard that he had no choice but to work a number of part-time jobs to make a living. My sister, who had a little more money saved up than my ex-husband, rented a small old apartment in her name. I have also filed an alimony claim against her, so she seems to be busy with her work. I don't think she will be able to live a settled life for a while. She tried to cry to my parents, but they coldly kicked her out. I hope they will fully reflect on their behavior. I was in the hospital for a good and bad period of time after that. 6 months later, it was discovered that the cancer was gone. We all just cried and rejoiced. There is still a fear of recurrence, but now I live with my daughter in an apartment taken care of by my parents-in-law. My father-in-law is helping us with our living expenses, and we are currently living a modest life without work. When I get well, I would like to repay my parents-in-law and our parents.
Hey, Isabel, before I tell you every single time, you paid the bill, right? Hello, Nancy. Bill? What are you talking about? Don't be silly. I left the credit card bill at the entrance so that you can notice. Yes, you left an envelope. Don't worry, I didn't open it. Oh God, you wasted my thoughtfulness, and what, are you trying to harass your mother-in-law? Huh? Harassing you? What kind of thoughtfulness was it? The envelope was under your name. I would look at it if it was addressed to me or Sean, but I would never look at an envelope addressed to you. I put it where you could see it on purpose. It's your job to read my intentions. I'm trying to let you know in a roundabout way to express how much I care about you, but you're not a good wife if you ignore that kindness. You don't understand unless I tell you straight out. Anyway, please transfer $1,000 in my bank account as soon as possible. $1,000? Nancy, what did you spend that much amount on? I went out for a French course dinner with Sean and John, my two lovely sons. And I also bought some new clothes, so that's a total payment of $1,000. Huh? I haven't heard anything from Sean, not my business. I thought I should give Sean a gift for quitting job and John for getting a job. It's a celebration for my beloved sons. I'm sure he didn't tell you out of concern for you. He must be scared of you. If you want to be a good wife, just shut up and transfer $1,000. It's not like I wanted you to ask me out too, but this is too much. I mean, this is such a waste of money and we have our lives to live. I can't pay you. Well, what a heartless person. You don't do any housework or take care of Sean, and you dare to stand up against your family. Why did he marry such a hopeless person like you? Excuse me, I do housework like cleaning and laundry. I can't cook dinner because of work, but I cook meals for a week on the weekends. Shut up. Don't make excuses like that and admit what I say. Meals? Oh, that disgusting looking object. Are you asking me to eat that thing? You've got to be kidding me. Nancy, that's too much. I have to work every day and do housework on my days off, and I'm doing the best as I can to cook meals. If you don't like it that much, I'd appreciate it if you could cook for us once in a while since you don't have a job. Well, you want a mother-in-law to cook for you. You should know who I am. You're so brazen, you dare to use me? You're a truck driver, aren't you? Is it because you work with men that you have such a big attitude? You're a truck driver woman, but you're not good enough. You're not strong enough. How can you work? Nancy, that's old-fashioned. These days, my company has a lot of female staff, and they do less physical work. By the way, I heard that John got a job at a transportation company. Oh, you knew. He got a job at Shooting Star Transportation, a famous local company. It's different from the low-class transportation companies where an incompetent people like you would work. No matter how useless I am, it doesn't mean that the company is also low-class. You're really a person who never stops talking. You are a useless and incompetent wife, that's all. Just shut up and listen to me. Anyway, transfer $1,000 to my account as soon as possible. Also, I have to eat delivery food every night because of your tasteless leftovers. Make sure you transfer an additional $500, understand? I mean, that's not enough, not even close. That's more than what we pay for our own food. We can't afford that much. It's the money you guys spend, so please pay by yourselves. I'm giving you a chance to be a good wife because you're useless, so why don't you thank me? If you can't even do that, then I can't help you anymore. If you despise the feelings of family, I will ask you to leave this house. I'll talk to Sean about it. What's the point? Even if you talk to that boy, my orders are absolute. Even he will agree with me. I'm in a hurry too. If you haven't made the transfer by tomorrow, be prepared. I'll punish you severely. Hey, Sean, can I talk to you about something? What is it? Your mother wants me to pay her $1,500 of her credit card bill and the food expense. What? $1,500? But no choice if Mom said so. It's $1,500. She doesn't even work, and I can't believe she's spent that much. And why didn't you tell me that you went to a French restaurant with her and John? Oh, I forgot. She treated me since I quit my job. She is so rude. Why don't you say anything to her? She's your mother. I'm the one who gets told off. You know how hard she treats me, how much she punishes me around. Well, yes. Your wife is having a hard time and you never tell her. When I heard she was throwing away my meals, I was speechless. I'm sure she didn't mean to. Mom says no, and I can't help it. She's getting old and you'll be safe as long as you listen to her and don't make a big deal out of it. I do my job. I do the housework. I'm tired, but I'm still trying my best to take care of the house. She tells me I'm incompetent even though I do my best. Your mother treats me like a slave. That's an exaggeration. Mom is just a little bit, well, outspoken. I don't even have my husband on my side. I don't know if I can take it anymore. I'm hurt. Don't say that. Just hang in there. Enough. It's not worth talking to you. Isabel, did you transfer the $1,500? I didn't. I clearly told you that I can't, so you have to do something about it yourself. You are so stubborn, aren't you? What do you think you are doing after I told you so clearly yesterday that even you, an incompetent person, could understand? Just by transferring $1,500, I will forgive you for your selfish behavior up to now. $1,500 is a lot of money, and not for a necessary expense, but for a luxury expense. I can't pay it. Aren't you the one who is acting selfishly? That's quite a thing to say, isn't it? You really are a useless wife. You got some nerve to go against me. Don't you understand? As I have told you many times, my orders are absolute. Yesterday, I told Sean that you demanded the payment of $1,500. He told me too. I heard that you said I treat you like a slave. Even though you were incompetent, were you aware that you were a slave? That made me laugh. But a slave means absolute obedience. You are not conscious enough to be a slave if you resist me. I don't like that kind of treatment. I am not your slave. He even told that to you? I can't believe it. Of course, he's my precious son. He's a good boy who listens to everything his mother says. Of course, John too. They are the sons who never hide anything from me because of the way I raise them. My sons are perfect, unlike some incompetent trash wife who can't even be a slave. I'm sorry for making meals for the whole week at once, but as you know, I'm working. When I married him, both of you and he agreed to it. Even if I could forgive you for making the food for the whole week, I didn't think you were this incompetent wife who wouldn't even listen to her mother-in-law. He was completely fooled, and so am I. I guess I'll have to ask for a divorce. What? Why would you do that? You are a woman, but you work in the transportation business, and you are a wife, but you can't even listen to your mother-in-law's orders. You are so pathetic. I feel sorry for my son. I'll tell him to leave this trash right away. He's too good for you. He's going to get a well-class, good-natured wife who is kind to me. If you asked him to get divorced, would he listen to you right away? We love each other, you know. You're an idiot. I'm sure he wants to get divorced too. He said he doesn't want a strong-willed wife like you who would disobey his mother. Oh no, I've lost hope to both of you. Say whatever you want. A trashy wife like you will never get married, work for a transportation company for the rest of your life. I'll have him write the divorce papers as soon as possible, so you better respond. Yes, ma'am. Well then, I don't even want to see your face, so I want you to pack up your things and leave today. Don't ever step into our house again. It's like the air is polluted when you're in my house. I understand. I will never have anything to do with you and your family again. Hey, Isabel, what is going on? Can you explain? Is it true that Sean was fired from the company? What is it? It seems like you're really in a panic. We are divorced, so I am a stranger to you. But well, let me tell you, it's true. You didn't know? That can't be true, because he said he left that company to change jobs. I heard that he was negligent and absent without permission, and turned on his boss who warned him about it. It seems that kind of repeated attitude went too far. That's right. He's being sued in civil court by a woman who seems to be the victim. He actually did that? He never said a word about it to me. Oh no. Isabel, I want you to get back with him and pay the settlement. You still have feelings for him, don't you? I can't take care of him because John's going to make a lot of money. I don't want a son who did such a shameful thing. Is Sean the only one you don't want? You don't know anything. From what I've heard, he also did sexual harassment to female colleagues at the company, and that's probably one of the reasons. Huh? It seems he caused an accident because of DUI while on duty and were fired from his previous transportation company. He hid the fact and didn't report it to the company that offered him the job, even though his license was suspended. It's outrageous that he would mispresent his employment status, and even more outrageous that he would DUI while on duty. That's not true. A serious John would never do such a thing. If you don't believe me, why don't you ask himself? I mean, I'm not sure when you will be able to talk to him. I don't think he will be at your house. What do you mean? I heard that Shooting Star Transportation reported for false declaration and concealment. He is accompanied by the police on suspicion of fraud and is now in custody at the police station. What? What do you mean? That can't be. He's not at home and he's not answering the phone. Isabel, who are you? Are you stalking him? How do you know his history? Stalking? No way, he's not even worth it. Actually, it's because I'm the president of Shooting Star Transportation. Huh? What? I was at an important business meeting when he was having an interview for the job, so I didn't notice because I didn't see him. That's a lie. An incompetent person like you can't possibly be the president. I won't allow you to try to trick me. I will sue you. If you don't trust me, why don't you see our website? Even John should have at least checked the president of the company he went to interview with. It is listed at the top of the page with my real name and photo. Well, I'm a professional myself, so I wouldn't have hired someone like him anyway. Oh, it is true. What a surprise. Do you understand now? Thank you for being so surprised that you lost your words. He also applied for the job without knowing that I am the president of Shooting Star Transportation. I inspected his license number and found out that his license was suspended. I checked with his former employer and found out that he had an accident due to DUI while on duty. Furthermore, they told me that he had damaged the company truck, was fired, and had been ordered to pay compensation. I do not believe it. I won't believe it. It's a lie. It has to be a lie. I don't believe that my great boy was fired for DUI. Do you know DUI is a criminal offense, regardless how many times he has done it? Did he have any money? Where did he get the money to pay the fine? Huh? The fine? He needed $10,000 to get into a company, so I borrowed it from payday loan. Don't tell me he used that money to pay for the DUI fine. It seems I was right. What is going to happen to John? Because of the fraud, will he be put into jail? If he gets a criminal record, it will be hard for him to get another job. Oh no, Sean is also being sued and even John is being arrested. Those brothers are shit. They are doing the same thing. I'm so glad I got divorced before I got involved. Thank you. Hey, Isabel, you're the president of Shooting Stars, right? You have power, right? Since we once had a relationship, could you get John hired and keep quiet about the violations and suspensions? You must make a lot of money if you're the president, right? You can cover the necessary expenses for me and my 2 sons. No, think about it. It was me, the president, who made the decision to turn him down, right? There is no way I would hire him. I cannot live forever with a devilish mother-in-law who treats me like a slave and mommy boy sons who cannot support their wives. Let's start over, please. Don't say like that. I'll be nice to you and I won't call you incompetent. If the president of Shooting Star Transportation is a relative of mine, I'd be proud of myself. I'm sorry, but I politely decline. You were proud of your sons, weren't you? Do your best to clean up your scum brother's mess. I have nothing to do with this. Goodbye. Please don't contact me again. I'm busy. Oh no, wait a minute. Isabel, help us. John, who had his job offer turned down, was charged with fraud for filing a false report to Shooting Star Transportation. He was also found to have been driving without a license during the period of suspension. My ex-husband settled with the victim of sexual harassment and fortunately the lawsuit was discharged. The settlement was $10,000. He had no such savings. He cried out to his mother for help and she started to borrow money from payday loan. She was forced to repay about $20,000 in debts and pay off a truck worth few $1,000s. Isabel and Sean moved to a public housing and are living while working and paying back the tremendous amount of money. On the other hand, my recent situation is that Shooting Star Transportation is a company where a lot of women work, and the fine service we provide has become famous and it has even been featured in a magazine. As a female president, I am also working hard to make the company bigger and bigger by doing my best. Of course, I am also improving myself and looking for a new love.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!